Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Studio 44's Avatar, which is the Respect to Pick Studios. Once again, we have my brother Mark Sherman here because today it's finally going to happen, fellas. We're finally going to find out which stadium Mark will choose for his new home stadium in the next season of the Ricky Davis League. Mark, how's it going?
Good. It's good. We finally, man, every time we try to do something in the Respect the Pick room, we have to mess around with everything.
Well, we shouldn't have to because for months we've been using the studio for Respect the Pick. And now all of a sudden we had all these problems with our soundboard, and I'm just beyond frustrated. So if anybody plays poker and knows the term on tilt, that's me right now.
Yeah, Phil's in a really bad mood.
And I should be happy and cheerful and joyful because this is finally happening.
Well, you're going to cheer up here. We're going to get some Phil loves baseball stadiums. He has for a really long time. And I feel like it may have started when we were little and my dad was an artist, and we were up in his studio and he would give us these big poster boards, and we would make draw the stadiums on the poster boards.
I attributed it to G.I. Joe. Remember when we used to make G.I. Joe play baseball games? We would set up like books in the case that we kept the G.I. Joes in for home run fences, and we make them like different distances and different heights.
Yep.
That's when I kind of got into it.
Yeah. Did you guys know Cobra Commander was a really good third baseman? Okay.
I wish I was wearing my Cobra shirt. I wore Cobra yesterday.
So Phil actually has like notebooks and notebooks upon notebooks of just baseball stadiums that he drew, and they're really weird. Have you ever showed them on?
I showed a couple.
He's got like all these weird things. There's walls with holes in the walls and like.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to put like treadmills in the middle of the running the opposite way. And like a pit you had to walk over with a tightrope to get to second base.
So the funny thing is my son works, well, he did work in the building that Phil works in now. Jaden, he's one of our Respect to Pick guys. He's not here right now. And he told us that he found a notebook filled with his Uncle Phil's stadiums. So I'm sure he got a good.
Oh, that's right. He sat at my desk when I went to. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure he got quite a giggle.
Listen, anytime I'm like proctoring because you can't get on your phone if you're proctoring a state exam. You can't be on your phone. They can't be on their phone. I can't be on my phone. I can't be on a computer. I'm sitting there for 2 hours. I just get bored. I start drawing baseball stadiums. So we're here to pick out the new home of the Sitka Grizzlies. That's your official name, right? You're gonna
the Sitka Grizzlies. They don't have Sitka audio, so we'll just audio the Alaska.
Okay,
and that'll be fine.
Okay, so we have 5 submissions, and I threw one in myself. So we're looking at 6 stadiums today.
Okay,
and then Mark does not know who made what. So he's going to look through all the stadiums. I gave him the controller so he can look at what he wants, and, get different angles and check under the lights and stuff like that. And then after he sees all 6, he'll pick one and we'll call it a day.
Do you want me to derby it up in them or not?
It's up to you.
I feel like I want to I don't need to do a whole home run derby, but maybe hit a little bit.
Okay.
But I want to look at the stadium, then home run derby, instead of look at all the stadiums and then home run derby all the stadiums. Do you know what I mean?
So you want to look at one stadium, then home run derby, look at the next stadium.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Okay. All right, so you want to start, the first one right there is Glacier Field over there on the right.
All right, so they got the grizzly bear up here.
Yep.
I haven't named him yet. We'll
Yeah, you named the gorilla Benny, right?
Yeah, Benny. One thing I already know that I would probably try to do is move the bear into fair territory because I want to be able to hit him with a home run. I mean, I guess you could wrap one around the pole. That's quite a poke. You'd
be surprised at home run derby how many wrap around the pole.
Yeah. This is cool. This is cool. I like the right field a lot. That's fun.
Now there's the anomalies that we talked about in the last time you were here. The batter's eyes where you can move them around.
It's very clean. This looks good too. He must have made this, right?
Is that? I can't tell if that's the scoreboard that usually goes with that one.
It's not different. I think it's symmetrical, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Maybe
I can't remember which stadium that is. I want to say it's Pittsburgh, but I'm not.
I thought this was the one that was the only one that was like that, but
No, there's a green one too.
This is the best scoreboard, in my opinion.
Really?
This is the one that I would use. So
it's not as big, though.
They got that going for them.
The green one's bigger. The green one is from Milwaukee, and it's bigger, but it's the stupid green. I hate anything green, almost.
Because you hate the Red Sox. Okay.
No, green? Oh, because Fenway Park is all green?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is. I've never been a fan. It's like my least favorite color.
I'm sorry about the bad camera work. I got to get used to it.
Oh, they're used to my shitty camera work, too.
Oh, look.
Don't worry about
Okay,
that.
that's cool. That's cool. I like that right field. Especially for my squad, it's almost like we want to make it harder for us. And my team's power hitters are right-handed. So.
I was about to say, you don't have very many lefty bombers.
No, I don't.
Well, when you have Sammy Reed is a switch
right
hitter.
now I have Cage Pulsifer, but I don't like him. I don't like having that two first basemen. One of them's the DH.
Cage Pulsifer, I think he might be from a Bacon. Bacon's fictional roster is pretty big in MLB The Show. It's carried over from game to game to game to game a couple times.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure Cage Pulsifer. It was Dylan Clark. Dylan Clark is 100% from
I almost grabbed
Bacon's.
Dylan Clark a few times.
Yeah. He's got a lot of power, but it's all against lefties. I know there's one other GGBL is I just subscribe to them. They do a fictional league too. We're actually using some of their players.
So you've talked about how we used to do it, right? We used to sim like 40 years into the future. And
Yep. I said that in my franchise. Did you watch the franchise mode yet?
Yeah, I did.
Did I miss anything?
No. I mean,
covered
the
everything.
one thing I would mention, which you didn't mention, if they want us to keep buying new versions of the game, they got to give us more. The games just become all the same over and over and over again, and they just change a little bit in the road to the show or whatever it is.
Well, hold that thought. We'll get back to that. Let's
do a home run derby here.
Right. Let's move on to the home run derby, and then we'll continue this conversation. All right. So continue the conversation. Yeah, I agree that MLB The Show definitely needs to give us more updates from game to game. And you see it online. People talk about it all the time on YouTube comments, on the MLB The Show bulletin boards and that Reddit page that's out there with stadiums on it, which, by the way, I was so excited to get involved in that and find it, but Reddit is just so unuser friendly. It's like Snapchat 2.0.
Well, it's really, they haven't evolved. It hasn't evolved that much.
It's terrible.
So just a few thoughts of the stadium. I do like the long, uninterrupted slope of fans like that. You know what I mean? There's no upper deck. It's just one slope.
It's very like Milwaukee Brewers and Cleveland.
Yeah,
their old stadiums.
Steve Stewart just hit 10 home runs. So this is Steve Stewart versus Ricky Davis, the two icons of the league.
The two faces.
Yeah. Steve Stewart is the face of the gummies, and Ricky Davis is the face of the best player. Ricky Davis has the league named after him. Steve Stewart has, HGH named after him.
Begrudgingly, the league is named after him.
Steve Stewart is like a lumberjack.
He's not a fucking lumberjack. See, this is arcade mode, but you still would have got one up there.
So yeah, this is fun. This is a fun place to hit. It's like it has that minor league feel that I like. So yeah, this is good. I'm ready to move to the next one.
All right, so now we're moving on to Grizzlies Stadium, at least the temporary name, right?
Yeah,
because you could still change the name if you want to.
Oh yeah, I would probably change the name to something else. Whoa, look at this! Wow.
There's the bear again in foul territory.
Everybody likes to put everything in right field. Guys, I need things in left field.
There's a freaking boat for you to hit. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I just realized that's a boat. Okay,
you could put fans right on that ship.
Yeah.
Seems like an awfully big ship to go fishing, but look at that. There's concession stands on it too. That's pretty cool.
I would say that my canon would be that this is a restaurant.
Oh, right inside there?
Yeah, or a hotel.
Okay.
Okay, going fishing. It's fun. I like the brick center field.
There is water outside in center field.
Yeah.
Like a whole docking. Look at that. That's a whole little docking area. Again, he doesn't know who made what, so I'm gonna put the names on the, like I normally do in the lower right-hand corner.
So I know it's too late to say this, but again, guys, I want to hit the bear. Put him in fair territory.
Well, you can still move him if you want to.
Yeah, I can. What should the bear's name be? Ricky? My two best players named are Ricky. All right, I'm going to do a home run derby here.
Wait, hold on. Don't go yet. Turn around. You got to see behind home plate. And you got to turn the lights on. So zoom back. Let's see it.
Oh, all right.
Pretty standard, except for the building going all the way around.
It's very finished, though. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience to do the finishing shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it can be really grueling sometimes.
Like the end caps and shit. Why don't they just have the end caps on them already?
Because you can add more. You can make a big, huge, long upper deck.
So you can just hook it right, put it right there, and the end cap will just be sitting in there.
Yeah,
Who gives a shit?
It doesn't look as good.
You won't see it.
All right, now back up. So I want to see the outside of the stadium too, because you could tell he did a lot of meticulous work. No, keep backing up. I want to see the facing of the outside of the stadium.
We already saw this. Oh wow!
See, look at all those buildings lined up to kind of create that facade or whatever you'd call it.
Oh yeah,
definitely has an old school look, and that's how I figured a team in Alaska would be.
Well, since they don't already have a team, then it wouldn't be. It would be a new stadium.
Right, probably. he lit up that little village out there. Very Alaska, right? Not too crowded.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
Overly populated. So, yeah, good stadium. And I like how the lights are lined up all the way around it, too. That looks cool. All right, now you can do your home run derby.
Leroy Tillman versus Bucky Crozier.
Bucky, dude, don't mess with me when I'm Bucky. When I have Bucky on my team, I'm unstoppable.
One thing I didn't notice before is the foul pole needs to be bigger.
Okay.
But
that's an easy fix.
I gotta say, I like it. I actually like it better from this view.
That's why whenever I download a stadium, I gotta do a home run derby, and things look different.
I mean, this is a lot of what you're seeing when you're playing the game is you're hitting, right? You're hitting or pitching.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I really like it. It's, gained some points here.
They ruined the old net Carpenter stance that I used to use for Bucky.
This is Leroy Tillman. Here's a fun fact for all of you Ricky Davis fans. The only player in the history of the Ricky Davis League to win an MVP other than Ricky Davis and Steve Stewart is Leroy Tillman.
Yep.
Now,
is he putting them up atop? See, if you have it in regular mode, I'm not sure you put one up there. But you just put one up that top deck.
Now listen. You can make an argument that Ricky Madlock should have won a few MVPs.
Yeah. But again, we usually go by what they say. Okay, moving on now to Bears Park. At least a temporary name of the stadium.
Really quick, we were talking about the MVPs. The game always wants Brett Howard, Mike Gooden to win the MVP.
Right. That's how we pick it. We eliminate the pitchers as an option. They can't win.
Right, because they always would win.
Right.
Like Gooden would be the MVP every year.
So then we go by the first batter that they say would win it.
Yeah. I like this a lot. I really like this left field. That's interesting to me.
The fountain right there, that's an anomaly. That's one of the new backdrops, an actual working waterfall.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
It has a lot of brick. It has a lot of the signs.
It does have a lot of brick. I like the brick walls, but it's cool. It might have been too much brick with this. Yeah. I like this right here. That's really fun. I love it. I don't know why. I just like that look. It just looks, I don't know, like you're out the ballpark, right? And you just, I don't know.
I remember I put a picture of it, I think, at one point on one of the videos, but Silver Stadium, like everything out there was just like a billboard, a sign.
Well, that's how all minor leagues are.
True.
We got a little bit of is that like a baby poop or a throw up color on the seats? But
I mean, this again, the seats are easily changed. The color,
easy change. Very cool. Very cool. This is cool. This is the anomaly. The bear is in fair territory.
Where's an anomaly?
This?
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
Nope.
That's there, or did you build that? Oh, you built it.
It was built.
Oh, somebody built it.
Someone built it.
And then there's this bear in fair territory. He's going for a swim. I don't know who's going to hit him, though. Ricky Madlock, maybe?
Ricky Davis could go oppo.
Yep, he could.
Tillman
can go oppo, too. I mean, that's not very far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You want to pop him in the head, it's going to be far. This is cool, too. You get this. You can't reach this, though.
No, center field, it's really hard to get anything over even the batter's eye. How's the outside of the stadium look?
It's good.
Little village out there in
Again,
center field. Nothing
not
behind home plate.
It's not my... I don't care that much about it. I mean, I appreciate when people put the work into it.
Oh yeah,
especially you guys
flip the lights on real quick.
Consider yourself artists or whatever. But to me, it's like if I'm not going to see it in the game, I don't really care.
Right, and like Sewell, I think he's a guy in particular who says he plays this game just to build stadiums.
Yeah, I mean, so that's different. And also, if you can fit it in the memory to do the outside, that's fine. But I wouldn't want anybody to, like, if I was making a stadium, I wouldn't want to use up memory space, for outside of the stadium that I'm never going to see in the game. So, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, I have the same thought process when I make my stadium.
I still have. Now I've seen 3 stadiums, and I haven't seen my retired numbers yet.
Oh, that's right. You wanted the retired numbers.
I'm going to home run derby this right now, and I'm going to predict that I think this is Phil's. And let me tell you why. Number 1, you didn't do a lot out here, which you don't usually do. Number 2, you knew I wanted this in fair territory, and you know I like the waterfalls. And number 3, you like a lot of targets, and there's a lot of targets. And you know I like the brick. So I think this is yours. Although I would have guessed you would put the bear in left field because you know my team, but okay.
Okay, so this round we got two of the top first basemen in the league.
I would argue that they're the 2 best.
Wayne Paste, who is from Bases Loaded fame, and I know I've got viewers who know the old school games because I had a comment saying that he used to keep track of stats on the old games, and he was so excited when Baseball Stars came out because it was the first game to keep track of stats for you.
It sure was. That was awesome. I remember that. We bought the game and we're like at my grandparents' cabin in like Alexandria Bay.
I remember that. Tom came.
And Phil was a big baby, so he didn't even play in the league with us. It was just me and Tom. It wasn't even Ricky Davis. It was like Cal and
right.
Gino
You did first names.
Yeah. We had some time where we didn't play a lot of Ricky Davis.
Yeah,
we didn't have the right games for it, and
now Bases Loaded. If you know Bases Loaded, Paste is the dude who hits the home run off Carr at the beginning at the
the intro screen,
right.
But these 2 guys are probably the 2 best. I mean, you got Guillermo, but these guys are better fielders than Guillermo. And as we mentioned before, Leroy Tillman's a first baseman, and he's the only MVP ever not named Steve Stewart or Ricky Davis.
Now, Chris Morales, he just hit one off that little deck that is there to see the statue. See it? It goes like right up to the bear's shoulder.
And that's the end of that home run derby. Wayne Paste is the winner.
Okay, here we have the Den presented by Alaskan Airlines.
Love it. Whoa, I've not seen this before.
And the first thing that sticks out, hey, there's your numbers. First thing that stuck out to me was the nature. The mountains with the trees sticking out on them. Looked great back there.
Right. Okay, so one thing I like that the big fence is in right field. They always do it somebody always does it in left field.
Yeah. Well, Colorado kind of has one. It's not as big as the Green Monster, but they have a bigger field. They have a bigger wall in right.
Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's deep in left. It's like, well, it's what I need, I guess, right?
Do you need it? I mean, how many home runs does Ricky Davis have this league?
Yeah, it's true. He doesn't have a lot. I mean, Tillman has 50 or so.
Look at that waterfall. That waterfall looks amazing.
Yeah.
With the rocks and the little bushes sticking out up there.
Yeah, that is good. This is cool right here, too. Look at this. This is where the ground crew comes out, right?
Sure. He's got Ricky Davis League written over in the side there in the corner.
Where is it?
Left. Keep going. There you go.
Oh, wow.
And you got some statues up there and then the little Hall of Fame in the back.
Yeah, who do you think they are? It's Gooden,
That
Madlock.
pitcher looks left-handed, though.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have it. It's Tom McGuire. It's got to be Tom McGuire.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, out of all my pitchers, he's been on my team the longest besides, my main guys. Yeah, this is cool. I really like this a lot. This is an early favorite, people. This is an early favorite.
The center field, that batter's eye is really cool with the hills.
Yeah.
I always like the hills in center field. There's something about hitting the ball on a hill or a roof that slants. It hits and kind of rolls
But
down
it doesn't
a little
do
bit.
that in the game, does it?
A little bit. It takes one or two bounces.
I like this. This reminds me of like Harry Potter, right? Like this is the Gryffindor Tower.
Yep.
This is
And
the Hufflepuff.
people have used that. Oh my God! The last version of the game, every other stadium was that.
Quidditch.
It was that Hogwarts stadium. And then the first version of the game, it was a little bit different. Here we go with the lights on. Looks pretty cool outside. The corners look great. Those little plazas in both corner.
Absolutely. Wow, I like this one a lot. It's the early favorite. I'm going to home run derby it.
I like how the right field wall is like outlined too.
Oh yeah, how did he do that?
That's that Bowman side.
Oh wow, very cool. And you will never see that in the game, right? Like if I'm playing the game, it's just going to look like an outline, right? I'm not going to run my player out here and be like, hey, look at
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know if like I mean to ask this in the community in my questions a lot, but like, do you guys mostly have like a game plan when you start a stadium, or do you just start throwing shit together and see what sticks? Because I know usually I have one or two things that I kind of plan from the get-go and then just roll with it from there.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. I'm going to home run derby quick. These guys right here probably have they're in competition for the second highest single season home run record for the Gamblers, right? I mean, Stewart has like the top 5, but I'm saying,
yeah, I hit 60 with Fendi before. I hit a bunch with.
I think you hit 60 with DJ before too.
No, I don't think I've ever hit 60 with DJ.
Tejada's hit a bunch.
I hit 60 with Tejada. Tejada led my team once because Stewart missed 2 weeks. But Fendi, he's usually with Chicago. He's
Used
a third
to be
baseman.
with New York.
Was he? Did he start with New York? He's another bases loaded guy. I think he's on what, DC or Jersey?
DC, and he has 50 home runs. He has the second most home runs.
Right behind Paste.
Yeah.
And I think I've mentioned this before, but bases loaded in previous versions of MLB The Show, I don't know if there's one this year, but other people have made the bases loaded teams on this game, and they've made the players.
Yeah, but
so it's right. Ours are the correct ones, of course. You know, they make the wrong names, so it's weird to see like Howe have a different first name and Fendi and Lynn. You know, all those guys.
Right, and Finich, which is really Finich. You add
Finich,
an N to his name.
He's Andy.
You
Andy
still
Finich.
have little Finich?
Yeah, man. I've never traded him. He's been on my team since he got called up.
I haven't. I've never traded Ellis. Listen.
This is Fat Jackson, by the way.
You and I,
Fat DJ,
we used to watch each other play. So I don't know your team as good as I used to, because I used to, we used to come over on Fridays and we used to play.
I'm working on that. We'll make that happen again. And I love the shelves, or like the counters or whatever.
DJ
the tables.
Jackson just got manhandled by Fendi there.
I found it, like, normally I dominate with left-handed hitters. I found in this version of the game, maybe even the previous, I'm not hitting as well with lefties. Although I did have a pretty nasty season with Bucky last time he was on my team. Okay, this is Sitka Grizzlies Park. So you got the names and numbers right there in center field on display. That looks really good.
This one is now the favorite in the in the clubhouse. Look, I really like this. I said I wanted like that minor league feel, but more of a big league ballpark, which you got all the seats here, big league ballpark. But then you got that minor league feel. The only thing I might have wanted a little bit is a little more advertising, but I mean, I guess there's a lot. Oh no, there's a lot of advertising. Look at this. That's cool.
I like those clubhouse. Oh yeah, the ivy going over that. How did they do that?
Yeah, it's really
because the ivy's from that railroad track, right? I guess there must be a way to like kind of just shove it past a little bit to get it in between that and the ivy. That looks really cool. And then I like the clubhouses on top and left field.
Seems like a big outfield, right? Like,
yeah, big gaps.
Because you don't usually have another panel. You usually only have the 3 panels, right? You only have 5 panels, do you?
It depends on what the dimensions are.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's only 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is this the big one?
Is this the big what? Oh, the pole? It's one of the bigger ones, yeah. It's the older big one.
And I like this because I can hit this with my big boppers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Tillman could hit him in his face and Davis could hit him in his knees. Right?
Yeah.
Very nice. I like this one a lot.
Is there what's going on outside? Anything major?
Anything major? Parking lots.
You got some mountains and trees over to the left. Oh, you got a little fair.
Oh, yeah.
Are there fairs in Alaska?
I mean, probably. There's a little water. I mean, Alaska.
How about behind home plate?
Listen, whoever made this looks like they did some research because Sitka is an island, and it looks like they tried to make this be an island. So that's pretty sick right there.
Check out like right behind home plate, the outside stadium. There you go. Okay. So he's got a scoreboard out there in a little parking lot.
Scoreboard?
Yeah, that behind the parking lot is a scoreboard.
Oh, that's cool. Imagine, like if you get to the game late, you can check out what's like, see what they're piping on the scoreboard to see an instant replay or.
And that facing like right behind home plate, like an entry gate, that looks amazing as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is really good. This is really good. I'm gonna home run derby it now.
Wait, turn the lights on real quick. Looks good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Nice job, whoever you are.
It's a home run or nothing here in home run derby. Guillermo Vasquez. Now he's like the first guy, right? Who we ever noticed. I've said it before, but if you fast forward any franchise or the old school league modes, the real players would retire and they'd replace them with fictional players that they generated. And this is one of the guys who used to kick the shit out of us.
Guillermo and Rosen, they were on the same squad. And yep. Ellis Rowe was on that team too. And Victor Cortez.
Yep. Cortez was the ace. And
they were
the center fielder. Yep. Center fielder was Adam Cullen.
Yeah. So
wow,
Phil,
he just hit one up that third deck.
I have a bit of Ricky Davis trivia for you, Phil.
Okay.
I think you'll know the answer. Can you name the 6 players in the history of the Ricky Davis League to win the batting crown?
Okay, you got the 2 Rickies.
All right, let the people know who the 2 Rickies are.
Ricky Madlock, Ricky Davis.
Okay.
Fuck them both.
People will notice, if you've made my stadium, you know Ricky Madlock is one of my retired players.
Willie Reynolds.
He actually started on Phil's team, too.
Yeah, he had a historic slump, and I dropped his ass.
Willie Reynolds, yep.
Willie Reynolds, my second baseman. Manzanillo?
Manzanillo, he's the most recent one.
So that's what? That's 4?
Yeah, you got 2 more.
2 more?
I'm disappointed that you don't know one because it's your only 2-time winner.
Cleavers?
Ray Cleavers.
Did he win batting crowns?
Twice, my friend. Twice.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And the only other one, he's not on either one of our team.
Bucky?
No. He just edged out.
Oh,
he just edged out Ricky Madlock.
Hold on. I got this. Goldsmith.
Nope.
Who was it then?
Greg Leach.
Oh, that fast guy. I remember. Goldsmith. Did Goldsmith win an MVP? I know Bucky won an MVP in the league opposite us. and the low profile.
Oh,
teams.
yeah, Goldsmith did.
Okay, for the final stadium, we have RDL Grizzly Field.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. We were just talking about the two Rickies, right? Ricky Madlock, Ricky Davis.
And then Mike Gooden is your ace.
They have by far the highest career batting averages in the league, right?
Dude, when was the last time either one of them hit under 400?
It's been a while. And they're always the top two. I mean, usually the top two.
Ray Cleavers has been up there before.
Yeah, right now they're both hitting about 410.
What's the Ring of Honor? That's pretty cool.
Give or take a couple, 410.
I just can't stand that stupid wooden sign. It's so terrible.
Yeah. But it does feel a little minor leaguer. I like it.
Yeah, and it was very creative as a way to fix it, to put the initials on top and the number underneath.
Yeah, for sure. I just said
it. And there's ways he hit it in other places too. That's what I tried to do when I had. Well, I just gave it away that this wasn't at Mine Stadium, but
this is cool.
I think everybody who's watching should I not put the names of the people on and see if people can guess who's is who?
No, you want people to know. Listen, we should make this our own. We should get like a picture of like Ricky Davis and like get him a silhouette and put two different colors. That would be fucking awesome. Excuse my language. This is cool. I like this one. I really do like this one.
Trident Seafood Plant out in right field.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they're real. Like, you know what I mean? Because it seems like stuff that was there when we were in Alaska.
Rockfish taco does not sound like anything I ever want to eat.
People who
look at the pool down there to the right in right center field. That's fantastic. The Polar Bear Club. Look at that. He's got slides coming down and shit. Dude, and the stairs. Where are the stairs coming from? It's obviously a prop that's hidden, but how do you think to do that shit? It looks amazing.
People who are wondering about why I'm Alaska is because me and my wife went on a cruise, and I loved it, and I just want to go back. I really, really want to go back. And so when we were there, just to kind of pay a little bit of tribute and homage to my crew, my trip that my wife and I went on, I decided to move my Ricky Davis League team permanently to Alaska. Now,
let me see the corner. Yeah, what's up in there? And they got a little scoreboard back on the side of the wall, and the oyster bar. That's all. I hate the corners. I've said it before. I've said it a million times.
I really want to see this hitting, so I'm going to go.
Wait, turn the lights on quick.
You tell me what you want to see real quick, because I want to see it from the lights are taking a long time.
Yeah, sometimes they do. And get a good look behind home plate. I want to see back there. Nothing going on outside of the stadium. I mean, I can understand why there's so much going on inside the stadium.
Right.
All of his memories blown. And he's got the mountains, though. The mountains are big. That right center field pool area is amazing.
Yeah, I really want to hit here. You good now?
Wait, get behind home plate just real quick.
You mean hitting? Or
no, spin around like you're pitching. There you go. Okay, that's pretty standard. Always does have that one building up there. Okay, Alaskan Airlines. He's got concessions throughout. All right, home run derby it up. All right, our final home run derby going with Steve Stewart and Ricky Davis again.
This right here is phenomenal, and this is, to me, the most important view is right here.
Well, where you're hitting it to left field?
No, when you're hitting the ball.
Oh, okay.
What do you see when you're hitting?
Gotcha.
To me, is the most important thing. Oh, man. I thought I had the winner picked, and then I came to this one. Jeez.
Well, don't say yet. We'll go through.
Yeah.
We'll look at the thumbnails real quick again and pick out of those.
Phil, tell the audience, who do you think would be third all time in home runs in the Ricky Davis League? Because number one is Steve Stewart, and number two is Leroy Tillman, right?
Probably Ricky. Davis.
Ricky Davis is number two.
Well, then Tillman's probably third, or Jackson.
Who do you think is fourth? DJ Jackson, you think?
Jackson and Tillman are third and fourth, because we've both had him on our team quite a bit. Is this your current Ricky Davis stance right now?
No.
I was about to say the freaking guy that league is named after has this freaking stance.
Don't worry about his stance. At least he doesn't do gummies. Who do you think the all-time stolen base is? Definitely Cleavers, right?
I don't know. Madlock had a lot of years where he beat Madlock or Cleavers.
No, yeah, that's true. But also, there's been times where I haven't run much with Madlock. Like if Madlock's not leading off, he doesn't run as much.
Okay.
And I often don't have him lead off.
And he has more power than Ray Cleavers too, so home runs will take him off the base paths.
And he hits a lot of doubles. Okay. I just wanted to talk a little about it's fun to talk about the league, but now I'm going to go through the thumbnails and see which one.
Oh, wait, you had a tiebreaker.
Oh.
You need a tiebreaker. Let's do it.
So Steve Stewart, early on in the Ricky Davis leagues, he never challenged Ricky Davis, right? Like back in the day, the person you had to challenge for MVPs was more Tony Johnson.
My catcher, batting title guy.
But he never won a batting title.
No, I don't.
He never won a batting title until Willie Reynolds.
No, I never won many batting titles. I swing for the fences too much.
Willie Reynolds has one, and Ray Cleavers has two, and the rest of them are my guys.
No, I don't think you can hit the ball up there in regular mode. You have it in arcade. Hitting one over the Grizzly den and into those seats, that's a poke.
Yeah. I mean, Tillman and Stewart would be the only guys who had a shot at it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if Stewart was just doing gummies, like he just got the gummies in his system. Listen, at my house, my Alexa tells me that Steve Stewart's rumored to have done steroids. Listen, Tillman never has an off year. Okay, Matt Davis this year is going to struggle to get. He's not going to get to 40. He's going to get like 35.
All right, now this was the first stadium. This stadium came to us courtesy of Sandman Dan.
All right, like it.
I like right field. I mean, takes a cake, and he's got the signature. He does this in a lot of his stadiums now. Uses that anomaly in right field, and it's a perfect fit. I like using that glass as like a home run fence.
I like my favorite part is right field too. How it like juts in a little bit there. That's really cool. It's almost like a fence out. You know what I mean? As opposed to a wall. So yeah, I like that one.
Next up was Grizzly Stadium. This gentleman is new to Studio 44. I just showcased, I think, the first one that he submitted to me on the last video. This is Sundry Goose 1475.
This one's very old school looking, the way the decks are stacked, which I like it. It kind of reminds me of doesn't it look a little like the Polo Grounds?
It does, yes.
I like that. I think it's cool. It's interesting how he put the warehouse up there. And then he really finished off the outside of the stadium too.
Well, yeah, if you look at the outside of the stadium, it looks like, I mean, that's a small building. That's only 4 or 5 stories.
Right.
But he stacked them on top of each other, so I think that
give him the finished look.
Right. It goes all the way to the ground.
Is this one?
This is Bears Park. This was made by Peebs 212344.
Made by Phil. Yeah, that one's cool.
Now, I thought I was a genius because I made the stadium before I showcased the stadium that Arch made using that anomaly in center field. I was like, oh, those green posts, man, they make a great like frame. So I was going to put that out in center field as like kind of decoration. And then I find Arch's stadium where he uses it in right field, and it freaking blew my mind at how awesome it looked. So here I am thinking I'm a stud, and then Arch blows me out of the water with what he created.
Yeah, those are cool though. They do look good. This is a good one, Phil. You did a good job here.
I mentioned it when you were hitting home runs, but I thought it was fun to put the little balcony out up to Benny so you could see him high, and there's a spot down low where you can go check him out. I keep calling him Benny. He's not Benny. We don't know what his name is.
Benny was the gorilla. Okay.
And the reason I put him in right field is because in the first stadium I built for you, he was in right center. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think it made that much of a difference.
No, it doesn't make that much. Here, this one is cool. I like like I said, the minor league feel of it. Who made this one?
This is our good buddy Sewell 21.
Sewell, yeah. I like it. I like the Quidditch Harry Potter little decks out in left field, right?
Mm-hmm.
With
the waterfalls up there.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I do like it a lot. Center field is fun. Yeah, it's good. I'm not going to say for sure because Phil says I say for sure too much.
It's no, I didn't say too much. I said a lot lately.
It's like a new thing for me.
It is a new
sure.
thing for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, for sure. It's a new thing. Oh, for sure.
I think I don't know if I say it in normal life or it's just when I'm talking on a podcast.
No, you use it every day.
If I'm just trying to be agreeable, I just say for sure.
That's the coincidence. Oh, go back. Here's Sitka Grizzlies Park.
Yeah, this one is.
This is Archmage.
This one I like. I like the names and numbers in center field. I like the old school minor league. You know, it just looks like a minor league stadium, and then behind it, you can tell there's enough. I don't need a lot of stands. I don't care. You know, my guys don't make a lot of money. They play for the love of the game. My team is poor, and they don't have enough crew to fix the signs out there, so there's all that overgrown, and it's hard to keep up with the plant growth in Alaska with that pure air.
See, now the fact that you didn't know who made these stadiums beforehand leads me to something very curious. I wonder if you guys, Dan, Sewell, Murph, Archmage, all you guys, could any of you fool me? Like, because I know your signature moves, I know your styles. I could pick them out in a heartbeat.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, absolutely!
This is stadium creator on a freaking MLB The Show. And you're talking about. I know your go-to moves.
Listen to me.
Guys, I know. What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Months into showcasing these guys' stadiums, I could tell each one. So I wonder if you guys could fool me. This could be a fun game. If you guys each build a stadium but try to fool me, and I don't know whose is whose. I don't know how we do it. Maybe
it might be fun for 5 people that watch, but your whole audience isn't going to love that.
Maybe Sewell 21 could collect the stadiums and try to fool me, and I'll let him post it on his, because he did a video the work, and it ended up on my page.
If you guys do that, put it on both your pages.
Well, we thought about that with the last one that we did together. And last but not least, we had RDL Grizzly Field, Alaska. This one comes to us from none other than Murph075. And again, I know this is Murph because he does all the research. He looks for all the things that, with the old time saloon and the reindeer thing and the fish tacos and stuff like that, the Trident seafood plant. He does all that research and he makes these great plaza areas. That right center field thing with the slides going underneath is freaking brilliant.
Let me say, I was going to pick Archmages until I hit home run derby at this one. So just so you know. Murph, if you ever watch Ricky Davis highlights, you're going to see the Alaska Grizzlies playing in your stadium because this is the stadium that I've chosen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We have the new home to the Sitka Grizzlies, RDL Grizzly Field, Alaska. Are you going to keep the name? Well, I obviously don't want to keep RDL Grizzly.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I might think of a name. I probably would keep it because he did all the work, right? He did all the work. Grizzly Field, Alaska is fine.
Or you could just call it Grizzly Field.
Yeah, or Alaska Grizzly Field. I don't think I'd keep RDL in there, but he'd probably put that in there so it'd be easier for you to find.
Right.
Now, one thing I will say is I'm most definitely going to pare down the amount of bears in there. I like that it says Grizzly Den, but I only want one bear.
Okay.
I want one bear that I can name, and
you got a guy up top too.
Yeah, if the bears looked different, if there were like a couple of different statues, I'd keep them all in there. But since they look the same, I think I'll only keep one. I really love the numbers in center field. I loved hitting here, hitting the home run derby. It was cool. That's to me the most important view that you're going to see. And like you said, all the work that he did, it's like. You know how some people focus a lot in the outfield and you can't really see it? Even though he focuses way out there, and I'm using my hands like you guys can really see what I'm talking about. But even though he's got that stuff out there, you can still see it, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see it in the game. So yeah, this is the winner for me. And hey, I listen. There's a there's some stadiums there that I think we're going to want to use. We just have to rebrand them a little bit, maybe change. Or like I've said before, I do a lot of highlights from. I mean, we're not going to show whole games. No one's going to watch entire games. Even if it's a stadium that they created. But if we do like highlights, like if I do that Ricky Davis League mixed league where I have the All-Stars against Major League legends.
we can use those stadiums and show highlights from those.
Listen, are we gonna make a Sports Center reel?
No, I don't have the time or energy to put in the graphics and make it look that good. I don't have the skills either.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Ron Clemens on the mound for New York.
It's funny that you brought that up.
A no-hitter going through the ninth inning, and this ground ball towards Adrian Beck makes it through to right field, and the no-hit bid is lost.
It's funny you bring up Sports Center, though, because I was watching old school commercials. Do you remember those commercials where, the players were in the office?
Yeah.
The one that I really liked was David Ortiz trying to break in Jorge Posada's hat, and the Red Sox mascot sees him wearing a Yankee hat, and he's like...
Yeah.
There's some good stuff. They did some really cool commercials, but
this just in: Steve Stewart tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs.
Listen, don't be jealous because he hits more home runs than anybody.
That would be rough for you, wouldn't it?
Now,
if he got suspended for a year.
Now, I hate to ask this of you, but are you going to come over one more time and do our first live video ever?
Are we going to? People aren't going to watch.
Now we have to do. People will watch. You'll be surprised.
Appointment television.
I had we got to find a way to speed it up though, because we got to show all 30 stadiums.
Okay,
for the Ricky Davis League.
That
could be fun.
Well, I just want to say quickly, thank you to all you guys who put the time in and shot me their stadiums. You guys did a great job. You guys have the patience and that attention to detail that I just don't have. And
that's the other thing that pisses me off about Murph, is that he does them so fast. I spend all this time and do all this meticulous work, and then I realize it looks like shit and have to delete it and start all over. It takes me days to complete a stadium, especially a newer one. I can't keep up with him.
Well, maybe I
was joking on my YouTube page in the comments that, dude, slow down. You're making stadiums faster than I can showcase them.
Listen,
and I joked with him today, as a matter of fact. I just posted the video with 2 Coliseums. Sewell and Archmage both had a Coliseum stadium that's supposed to look like the Rome Coliseum. And Murph said, I've tried to make a Coliseum, I just can't make it work. So I said, you are human then, after all.
And then he made it. Is that right?
Maybe I just accidentally challenged him, and now he's going to say, fuck this guy.
We should have gotten we should have made a trophy, right? Because all fairness, the Alaska Grizzlies is the white whale, right, of the
RDL Stadium search.
Yeah, because it's my team.
Right.
Not that my team's better than yours, but you make yours. So,
right.
So you have yours already. So it's the most important. I tell you what we should do next year. I know this isn't this isn't about the Ricky Davis League. It's about stadium creation.
Okay.
But me and you could each nominate our MVP and let them vote on who wins it.
Oh, okay. For our player.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
I mean, we can't do it this year because
we could do it this year.
Season's
right.
over.
We just throw up their stats and ask who they think deserves the MVP. I mean, it's Ricky Davis this year, though, right?
I don't know, man. His home runs are so low.
He's got his batting average is over 400, and he's dominating in RBIs.
He's 200.
So, I mean, how do you not give it to him?
He has 200 ribbies.
Jesus.
All right, I'm going to let you sign off of this, so.
All right. Well, thank you again, Mark, for coming on. Thank you, everybody, for creating a stadium. Again, if we didn't pick your stadium, we're going to use them. I'll use them for the Ricky Davis League All-Stars playing against the MLB Legends. So you'll see your stadium in highlights. Or we still could assign it to another team in the league. He confirmed it. Mark's going to do it. We're going to do our first ever live episode of Stadium Extravaganza where we pick all 30 stadiums. Maybe we do 15 at a time. The league opposite of what we're in, we'll do first. And then we'll cap it off with ours. If you have a stadium you want showcased on this channel that has nothing to do with the Ricky Davis League, as you see, I'm still doing that. Please leave the name of the stadium and your gamer tag in the comments below, and I will happily get that showcased for you ASAP. Hey, I'm at like 190 last I checked in subscribers, so get me to 200, please. Hit that like, hit that bell, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. Don't forget to listen to or watch on YouTube Respect the Pick. If you enjoyed Mark, you can hear him a lot more on Respect the Pick along with his son Jaden. It's our podcast where we talk mostly about nerd stuff, but I mean a lot of other stuff as well. So thank you again, and we'll catch y'all soon.